a high-level presentation on vRealize Automation, or VRA, since you may hear me refer to it in the short form during this presentation. Self-service, to be scalable, and also to be services rich. Application needs are driving cloud strategies. This is an interesting statement because applications are driving business value and in turn your cloud strategy. On that, you may have already started looking at your existing applications and you're trying to decide which ones you want to keep operating as is and which ones you can just lift and shift to a public cloud or even a hybrid cloud. You may be also trying to decide which apps are important enough to modernize or refactor, re-architect, probably by breaking them into container-based microservices, right? Then you may be considering which apps you can outsource and just buy, and which ones are business critical, and you may need to develop net new cloud native. Then, in a rapidly scaling private, public, or hybrid cloud environment, it quickly becomes very challenging for IT to keep up with new infrastructure, application provisioning requests. So this environment, it must address the diverse needs of different types of stakeholders, and that includes IT admins, cloud admins, DevOps admins, and even developers. Then even a moderately sized installation typically consists of multiple hardware platforms, hypervisors, container technologies, and clouds, which bring with them different administrative needs and IT skill set requirements. Cloud automation takes the worry out by streamlining and automating the development, provisioning and management of cloud computing workloads, providing support across heterogeneous hardware, hypervisor, and cloud platform. It eliminates the guesswork, and in turn, it reduces the configuration and provisioning errors. It also offloads manual effort, and it greatly accelerates the time to development and time to value, which is pretty important. And then it also dramatically improves the business agility and operational efficiency. The most frequent used public IaaS cloud include Amazon Web Services or AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, alongside VMware's private cloud. Now, let's move on to our customer commitment, and that is the commitment that we're making to you. We're striving to make the cloud complexity invisible by providing you a seamless, consistent operational model that you can leverage across clouds, regardless if it's a private cloud, a hybrid cloud, or a public cloud. Essentially, we want to abstract all the nuances of the different clouds, and this way we're making easier for you to orchestrate applications and infrastructure provisioning across all these different clouds. So now you may ask, hey, why would you want to do this? And the simple answer is that we really want you to be able to focus on your business needs and what truly makes a difference for your organization. Now, on our commitment also to you is very strong, and it has been for years. And this slide is just a snippet of rankings given by renowned industry analysts, from which is clear that VMware has been the cloud management market leader, and we're working very hard to continue to keep it that way. Now, how do we plan to continue to be the cloud management market leader and keep our commitments to you? Starting from the bottom with the infrastructure, you have the edge, which is very important. And some of you may know with Project Dimension, we have partnered with Dell to help customers enhance their ability to drive at the edge and on-premises data centers. Then you have the data center and the managed data center. And with our 4,000 plus VCPP partners, they manage our products to create the cloud and the public cloud, which includes VMware Cloud on AWS, VMware Cloud on Azure, and GCP. Now, on the vSphere-based infrastructure, you have vSphere, you have vSAN, and you have NSX. The role of hybrid cloud management is to basically convert this raw virtualization into a cloud. And we try to define it in a very simple way. For a cloud, you should have a simple API, and we call it hybrid API, which should be able to give you an IaaS, a PaaS, or the cloud constructs, but also ops, logs, costs in the context of those constructs. And you should be able to consume in the form of a hybrid cloud API, just like CloudWatch or CloudTrail from AWS, where you clearly get those defined constructs. Now, once the API surface has been established, it starts to look like all the other clouds, right? AWS, Azure, all the other public clouds, which means that you can now have standard compute, storage, network, IaaS constructs across all of these clouds. And this is actually where our concept of multi-cloud management comes in. The multi-cloud management is looking at the API surface and above, and it provides cost information. It allows for multi-cloud provisioning and blueprinting. It is exposing a common catalog across these clouds. It details policies and consistent monitoring. So if you want to set up a private cloud, you have a unique set of capabilities that allow you to do that. But if you want to reach beyond towards handling multiple platforms, you have another set of capabilities at your disposal. The choice is all yours. Now, moving on the bottom, we have the same infrastructure that I mentioned in the previous slide. And on top, you have a consistent infrastructure with the ability to deploy VMs and containers. The next layer on top is the infrastructure, and it's actually the programmable provisioning. And this layer must solve many problems. Through infrastructure as code, must do orchestration, must satisfy the need for a service catalog, it has pipelines as code, and it needs to apply policies. Now tied to Tanzu is the Kubernetes lifecycle management and the Kubernetes policies. This is a set of capabilities that takes the underlying infrastructure and makes it consumable. The next set of capabilities fit into the self-driving operations layer. And as you can see, these are related to monitoring, costing, logs, security, compliance, and the self-driving part makes sure that whatever it doesn't matter if it's built and provisioned through cloud, these things can be monitored, they can be managed, they can be maintained. So it makes it simple for you, right? If there's any issue, you will find out why that particular issue was caused, and you will be able to find a solution on how to fix it, right? Now, once you start consuming, you still need to monitor and manage applications, and that's where app operations comes in. Part of the prescriptive process is that once you have all of these layers, we also offer proactive support for the entire stack that you build. So how does this convert in terms of products? Well, it's very simple. At the core, you have vRealize with automation, which is the part we're focusing on today. You have operations, you have log and network management. So with vRealize, you get everything that you need. The Kubernetes piece is Tanzu, and think of vRealize as a global policy and governance plane. We've already built integrations with vSphere, with Kubernetes, and we are able to deploy supervisor namespaces and understand supervisor clusters. So now with vRealize, you'll also be able to talk to Tanzu as a specialized plane for Kubernetes management. Then the app operations is done through Wavefront, and the proactive support is done through Skyline. Here's a picture of all vRealize cloud management products available on premises and in the cloud. vRealize Automation is the focus of this presentation, and we will talk about it more in detail shortly. But we also have vRealize Operations, and this is the product that delivers self-driving IT operations management from apps to infrastructure, and it does that in order to optimize, plan, scale the SDDC and VMware cloud deployments with very high visibility into multiple public clouds. Then you have vRealize Log Insight, and this product delivers a very scalable log management and actionable dashboards, analytics, and broad third-party extensibility. You also have vRealize Network Insight, which it helps you to build an optimized, highly available and secure network infrastructure across hybrid and multi-cloud environments. And of course, vRealize Suite, as you can see on the bottom, it comprises vRealize Automation, vRealize Operations, and vRealize Log Insight, and it comes in 3 different SKUs. You have Standard, Advanced, and Enterprise. And the different SKUs have incremental features. For example, Advanced has hybrid cloud capabilities, Enterprise has multi-cloud capabilities. So what is vRealize Automation? vRealize Automation is a modern infrastructure platform that increases productivity and agility through self-service and delivers DevOps-ready capabilities. The same product can be consumed on premises as vRealize Automation or SaaS as vRealize Automation Cloud. So what does this mean? Well, some of you may have been aware of earlier versions of vRealize Automation. Some of you might have not, but within the past couple of years, our engineers have completely re-architected and rewritten VRA specifically to address use cases around multi-cloud and infrastructure DevOps. The microservices, the new microservices architecture has also enabled us to offer VRA Cloud, basically VRA as a service. And with the SaaS product, we launch new features every month as opposed to every 6 months. Our automation solution consists of 3 building blocks or modules: Service Broker, Cloud Assembly, and Codestream. All 3 are included in a single offering, vRealize Automation, and as I just mentioned in the previous slide, it can be delivered in the cloud as a service or as a packaged solution on premises. Double-clicking into the modules, Service Broker is the consumption and governance interface. It is a self-service portal for end users with project-based policies to manage resource access and utilization centrally. Furthermore, staying true to our multi-cloud principle, Service Broker aggregates native content from third-party platforms such as AWS Cloud Formation templates. Cloud Assembly is where the magic happens. Cloud accounts are connected to assemble cloud-agnostic or cloud-specific blueprints in a declarative infrastructure as code editor or drag-and-drop graphical interface. Finally, Codestream is the application and infrastructure release pipeline. For customers in their DevOps journey, it provides a frustration-free, continuous integration and continuous delivery experience. Unlike common CI tools, Codestream provides a combination of out-of-the-box integrations, dashboards, container deployments, progressive delivery that makes pipeline modeling and monitoring easier than ever. We see more and more of our customers that are leveraging this part of the infrastructure pipelines as well. So in terms of use cases for VRA, we have identified 4. Self-service cloud, which is automating vSphere-based workloads on VMware Cloud Foundation environments across on-prem and also VMware Cloud on AWS environments. Multi-cloud automation is another use case, and this is extending self-service automation to multiple public clouds, and it includes Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. Infrastructure delivery with DevOps is an end-to-end automation of the application development lifecycle with release pipelines across a multi-cloud environment. And last but not least, we have Kubernetes infrastructure automation, and this is referring to automating Kubernetes clusters. Self-service cloud, looking a little bit deeper into this, this helps the customer evolve its VMware data center into a true hybrid or private cloud through self-service catalog, a centralized governance by setting up the cloud infrastructure, provisioning, orchestrating the infrastructure and applications, and also managing the performance, the capacity, control, and the costs for the cloud. So in the setup phase, we can automate set the setup from virtualization to catalog and policies. We can carve infra into zones based on capability and availability. We can create tenants across compute storage network, create projects, etc. In the deploy phase, we can request apps from self-service catalog of curated content. We can deploy everything through UI, API, and code across clouds. We can define and manage your own services, and the list goes on. In the manage part, we can onboard and monitor brownfield apps with apps discovery. We can enforce policies and guardrails for provisioning. And we can also discover resources across orgs and projects. In the multi-cloud automation, we have 2 parts, the building blocks, and we have the service broker or the marketplace. In the building blocks part, you can have access to cloud agnostic provisioning, things like compute, volume, network, load balancer, etc. You have access to multiple IaaS such as AWS, Azure, GCP, and also several services for AWS and Azure. On the service broker marketplace part, you can also access content already done, for example, AWS Cloud Formations templates. You can apply policies such as tags and names and leases and approvals. You can access custom forms. You can set up notifications. For DevOps for infrastructure, to keep it simple, DevOps delivers outcomes in three areas: scalability, speed to market, and reliability. These drivers are equally important in the infrastructure world as they are in the actual application world, right? And typically, infrastructure delivery needs to be in lockstep with software delivery. Otherwise, IT becomes a bottleneck. But for better or for worse, in today's cloud world, IT bottlenecks are quite easy to bypass. Two key personas for Kubernetes are the central IT admin and the line of business admin. For VRA 8.1, we have added supervisor namespaces available as catalog item. And then you also have access to lease and approval policies based on project membership, and OpenShift and PKS are already available on the VRA catalog. A fifth use case, it's around network automation. I will add this as a bonus here. And this is a solution that combines modern infrastructure automation and network virtualization to enable a rapid application rollout with network and secure services. Is helping organization enjoy faster time to market. It has quite significant operational savings and productivity gains. vRealize Automation 8.1 is our latest release and is generally available as of April 14th. It delivers new and enhanced capabilities to help organizations implement self-service hybrid clouds, multi-cloud automation with governance, and DevOps-based infrastructure delivery. We have added many enhancements to this release, as you can see on the slide, and we have organized it across 4 key pillars, and those are the modern platform, ease of use, integration and extensibility, and DevOps for infrastructure. But in the interest of time, I won't go through each bullet. However, if you are interested in a deeper dive, please reach out to us and we can schedule a separate session just looking into this. Here are some key benefits and enhanced capabilities. Catering to the use cases I just mentioned in the previous slides, these capabilities enable the end user, may it be the IT or the cloud or DevOps admin, to further accelerate their ongoing data center infrastructure modernization and cloud migration initiatives. Looking into these benefits, VRA is simple, easy to set up and configure and manage because you can easily set up and manage a secure hybrid cloud environment through its lifecycle. It's DevOps ready as highly automated DevOps platform with infrastructure as code or ISC and rich integrations with DevOps and developer tools. There's high availability and reliability with consistent automation throughout its life cycle of running application and adjusting to changes in the environment. It is secure and compliant because of consistent orchestration with self-service governance across a multi-cloud environment. It is faster time to market due to its speedy software delivery with flexibility and release pipeline visibility. And it can be deployed on any app, on any cloud, because you can run any VM or container-based application workloads across the hybrid and multi-cloud environment. There are different SKUs for VRA, just like I mentioned with vRealize Suite. For VRA, we have advanced and enterprise. As you can see on the slide, VRA Enterprise includes application level DevOps. It includes a Kubernetes, Codestream, anything public cloud, and everything else is included in vRealize Advanced. And those can be things like IPAM, Active Directory, Git, extensibility, or network automation. On the VRA Cloud side, pricing is calculated per node per month basis, and the node is defined as a cloud instance. It can be an AWS EC2, it can be an Azure VM, it can be GCE, or a vSphere virtual machine, and that can be on premises or VMware Cloud on AWS. On-demand pricing is available as well as various discounts associated with either a 1-year or 3-year commitment. And of course, if you need a 2-year commitment, there's a SKU available, which is the same as the 1-year annual price. Or if you are looking for the longer term, for 4 or 5-year commitments, we also have SKUs available, and they will match the price for 3 years annual. Here are some additional resources for VRA 8.1. If you are looking for more technical information, and remember, all of these features that have been released on 8.1 are also available in VRA Cloud. So make sure to read these blogs if you're looking for more. Also, reach out to us at the email address displayed above if you have any questions, if you would like a demo, if you would like to hear more. And with that, I hope you found this session useful. Thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the rest of your event.